What a game!
Here to bring you the facts, data, and statistics up close and personal. Letting you decide if it truly is hate or debate.
Pulls up three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer! Oh my God! They know that! Are you kidding me?
My goodness, my gracious, my aloysius. I'm surprised all my hair is not completely white. T,
who you telling? I was pacing.
T, looking at today's game and looking at how the Seahawks looked versus the Panthers. The Seahawks tried to give the Panthers that game that whole first half.
They sure did.
They tried to, I posted that. I said, the Panthers was every opportunity. I mean, time and time again. They're not gonna next week. They can't do that against us.
I don't know. That's gonna be.
They keep on picking on us and saying, "Well, San Francisco's pass rush. They haven't been able to put no pressure. We've been winning without it, time and time and time again. We are 12-4 right now.
When Bosa went out,
rush with rookies.
When Bosa went out, we had no pass rush. The quarterbacks was gonna run all over us. Y'all said when Fred went out, there goes our voice on the huddle. There goes our leader on the field. We was gonna have no problem. We're gonna have problems. Then when McCaffrey was hurt and when Purdy went out, y'all said, all right.
When Kittle went out, when Pearson went out,
Kittle went out.
Jennings went out.
We still here. Now we potentially playing for not only the number one seed in not only for the West, but the number one seed in the conference. So, but y'all said we wasn't going to even be playoff contention.
And I'm gonna say this. This is a shout out to Debo. Shout out to you because you said you wanted to play for a contender. Now you're playing for a 4-11 team. And just today, before today, we were 11-4. Just go ahead and stay where you are, man. Stay where you are. You look good out there. And we look better out here. Know what I'm talking about? I love it.
I like the way we look. I like
before we get into it, let's watch some of this real quick, T. Let's watch some of it while we wait for Hootie to pull up. Let's see what we got
play
here.
It back.
Here, let me see what we got here.
And Kyle got Juice got his touchdown today. Yes.
Yeah, Juice in the building, man. Let's go.
Use check. Partner. Juwan Jennings, Germantown High School.
Man, can't do what is
Luke Searle, Ohio State.
Monday night against Indianapolis.
That was crazy, man. The way he jumped that route, man. It was questionable pass interference, but
I thought it was a PI, but I was like, okay.
Right, they both going for the ball. I can't be mad at that. I
was hoping. I was like, I hope
it Brock on that.
Yeah, I was hoping he didn't shake him up.
Man. Plays like that are going to happen.
Yeah, I was just hoping it didn't shake him up and make it and
like he sees and stuff now and want to try to do too much. But I think we done with that because of the way that Kyle's been in his bag these last few weeks. Like we said after that bye, people forget. And remember, I was watching Grant Cohn today, and he was talking about how if Kittle's not going to play, which he wasn't, Tonjes has to step up. And he did what he did before he got lost into the playbook. And I think that is a testament to Kyle Shanahan saving that card so you wouldn't have any tape on him. And you would do exactly what he was doing. I tip my hat to Kyle Shanahan after I apologized to him and Purdy on Christmas about how harsh I was. They've been doing what they've been doing these last few weeks.
Yeah, because that was having no tape on him. The other defenses couldn't figure out how to stop him, and that was good. I got to give it to our offensive line without Trent in it. They did a good job of protecting Purdy because he only got sacked, I think, once.
Yes. And that was
Purdy saved himself.
Right, I was yelling at the screen so loud, like, Brock, you don't see him coming at you.
He said Purdy saved himself. That duck saved him because had he not ducked, he'd have.
Oh man.
He'd had a whiplash.
We talking about next season. Mac Jones, go ahead, Machiavelli, let's get it.
Then look, that's our 1-2. We don't need nothing else. That's our 1-2. You need to
definitely. See, like Christian, when it was plays like that, I understand why Kyle stayed honest and did things like that, because you still got to see, and we still do. Our line, man, McKivitz, Like I apologized to him on Christmas as well. He held it down today too, man.
And
We
they was trying to
did a
also
really
help
good
Christian get that record because Christian was up. He was trying to beat that record, so he was trying to make sure he got his yard.
Yeah, it was a few passes batted down. I can say, and I'm not mad at that at all, because I mean, hey, that's gonna happen when your quarterback is 6'1".
Yeah, he a little guy,
Right?
but that one where we'll talk about that when Huda get here because Purdy thought he was doing figure eights out there. We're gonna talk about that later.
Oh my goodness, he was doing the infinity sign out here. I could run forever. See how I just like the way he steps up and moves it like that. Man.
Yeah, he's getting better at that. I think he's getting more comfortable with that.
Right, and it's good to see how everybody is all year have been sold on. We got a chance to go to the Super Bowl, like how they said the day after Fred Warner got hurt in that game when they were in practice. They said it was dead silent. Shout out to the 20 viewers out there, man. Shout out to all y'all out there, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I know y'all seeing this game right here. Oh, hold up. What we got? He said, you already know what time it is. You already know. Dictator, AI, how we gonna beat me? I don't care how we gonna beat them. But everybody that's on YouTube watching that was telling me bear down and all of that stuff right there, there was a couple of them. And y'all have to worry about that the rest of this season.
Yep.
What's going on, Evil Monk? What's going on with you?
Guess what? The road to the bowl comes through Levi.
Shout out to you, Michael. What's going on, man? Wait. Is it Mikhail? Is it Mikhail?
It's Michael. It might be Michael or Mikhail. I don't know.
2970. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, American football, man. You know it, man. We had to give some shots out to our squad out there, man. Elliot, everybody looks so good out there. See, that's just a testament of good offense and good defense and special team coaching. Like our turnovers were there, but we did keep them as small as we could.
We did. I will get that.
The turnovers we got, they could be 50-50 because sometimes you get away with those, sometimes you don't.
The penalties could have been a little less, but
I don't think the penalties.
That's the way the game rolls. I think they were even because it was a shootout for a while. Actually, the game was a shootout if you really think about it.
Yep, the whole game. And this is why I'm not mad at our defense. And the crazy thing is, Fred Warner will be back for the NFC Championship game next week. All we gotta know. Who do you see is the better team out of the Seahawks and the Bears?
I would say the Bears only because if the Seahawks, we all know how Darnold is. If Darnold's not up and whatnot, and he's not ahead of the game, he gets scatterbrained and he can't always follow through, and that's where Seattle messes up because they have a decent offensive line, they got a decent defense. But when your quarterback kind of scatters some, that's where the turnovers and the play calls get off. I think Chicago's a better and those two. I think Chicago's better because
I think they're a better team in the way that they've got their wins this year. They look better. It's like they earned it. I'm not saying that Seattle didn't earn it to be where they are and everything because they definitely did.
It's gonna be, it's a lot different.
You can't come on here and say nothing like that. Bills for Bengals.
Bengals forever or nothing. LOL.
Well, it's gonna be nothing for y'all, man. I'm sorry to hear it, man. Tell Macaulay Culkin to throw it and stay healthy, man. That's what we're gonna ask him to do.
Cincinnati is.
Yeah, man. That's Blind Fury team, man. He like those Bengals.
Well,
Please subscribe, yo. I appreciate you, Evil Monk VR. I appreciate that subscribe, man. I'm gonna make sure I follow you back too, man. Shout out to you.
Thank you for the subscription. We love you. We love you. We love you.
We definitely appreciate the love, bro. Yeah, that play right there, I was so proud of Jair Brown.
Yeah, Jair has come into his own too. He has come into his own and really, he really stepped up. And what I did like is if you watch when the defense lined up, him and D were looking. They were kind of playing off each other, making sure everybody was kind of lined up where they needed to be, and they were being those voices on the field. Both of them really stepped up in talking.
Right.
That run play right there by Christian was nasty.
Oh yeah, that 45-yarder is that the 45-yarder? Yeah, that one cut, and then it showed that he still has that extra speed because you saw that dude grab him for like 5 to 7 yards.
He tiptoed down that line. Yeah. What I will say is, I hope the dude, because I don't think anybody really paid attention to right when the play ended and the game ended. The Bears had a whole lineman on the field, laid out in the end zone, like he hurt.
And how about how Robinson always looks? Imagine how he's gonna look in the playoffs when Kyle draws all of this stuff up. When you're looking for McCaffrey to do crazy, see, like this is that play,
in
this time of year, and having this man right here doing these kinds of things, man, like right now,
Brock was running them.
And this the weather that we've got is perfect for him to win a Super Bowl. If they stay in San Francisco, the weather will be perfect.
Exactly.
He can win a Super Bowl, and he would earn this year's 50 whatever, 52 to 55 million, whatever it is. He'll earn
that attention.
Dinero. 2 years anyway, so I'm cool with that. Give it to him. He's showing me this year at what he's done after being hurt, and when he got back right. I think that game when we lost, when he tried to come back too soon, I think he should let us go ahead and win that game without him.
Yeah.
We didn't need to rush him to get back that game. And I understand he see Fred being going out of there and he was trying to get back as soon as he could. But bro, we could have cooked without it. We could have cooked without it. And that was one we could have had back. But dealing without that, man, I'm liking how he's looking coming back and being Brock, man. It shows us something we hadn't seen in a while with him.
It kind of reminds you when he first got thrown in the fire.
Right.
He's got that, okay. He's got that look back in his eyes, like, all right, I got this.
Hitting his Dougie on him real hard, man. I love it, man.
He was having fun. I love the fact that we got one of the things I think that nobody really think that people sleep on, really, is what we did when we switched our kickers. And people say, "Oh, we didn't give Moody a chance." I don't know.
Nah,
Moody wasn't where he is. It's fine for him because he was. I don't know if it was him in the way he was with the locker room. It was the way he was with he wasn't gelling with the players. Something was wrong to where it wasn't. He wasn't being able to do what he needed to do because Eddie came in. I didn't
like him from the simple fact that we wasted a 3rd round pick for him.
And Eddie came in, and Eddie's been money since.
You don't pick a kicker with your 3rd round pick.
No.
Period. You don't do that. You see our kicker right now. We didn't get him in the draft. He was sitting at the house chilling. One day he decided to make his life better and answer that phone call.
Because he was on the couch.
Yeah.
At home.
On, man. You can get a kicker just like you can get a Phillip Rivers. And I'm not saying he's a dime a dozen out there.
No, it wasn't. Somebody else got a kicker like that. The dude was I want to say it was Indianapolis. He was working at the grocery store, working at something, and they called him up because he could kick and had him out there for practice. And next thing you know, he's signed. So but like Eddie's been worth his weight in gold.
Yeah, you better believe that. I like him. I do like him.
He's been worth his weight in gold.
That stuff. I got a crazy bug in here.
Every time he kicked, I was in there going, dinero.
Yeah, you know it. You're going to make that money, and we're going to be all right.
My child was like, what does that mean? I said, 80 is money.
That's right. Mucho dinero from Pinedo. The way that Christian looked out there, man, he's going to get. So how many passing yards did he get today?
Let me see.
Because I think he's really, really close to getting that 1,000. With one more game left, I think they're gonna pass heavy.
For who? For you talking about for Christian or for Brock?
For Christian, because remember he had to get like 150 more passing yards this year to get that other 1,000. I know they're not gonna get 100 yards with him next week, but passing. So if he didn't do a real good job today, I don't think they're gonna spam him enough next week for him to get it. It's a good valiant effort to try to get it, but I don't think it's worth putting the season on it.
No.
But we are dealing with the Seattle Seahawks, so I mean, anything can happen, man. Kittle had a week off. The way that Trent was still walking around, I don't think he's going to be out long.
No.
Yeah, it looked good. Like when old boy, who was that? Taylor?
He's got let's see. I don't know how many he had today because he was at 849 receiving yards. He already had 700 over 1,000 rushing yards.
That's why I said he only needed like 150 more passing yards. So I was saying how many it had just to see how many he got to get next week and how possible it is for him to get that record. I don't think they're as much worried about that record now as they had to win how they could win today.
Yeah.
Next week they're gonna have to win how they're gonna have to win. I don't think they're not worried about that. They're worried about.
No, I don't think they're not even gonna worry about that at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd worry about.
I wouldn't. I'd just let everybody
one seed, man. We already beat Seattle. Of course, we have Fred Warner. So what? Every game.
I'd say play everybody first half, see how it goes, and then second half come out and utilize what we have in the bag and see how it was, and maybe sporadically use them for special. You know, if we need to have that run, because Robinson can run the ball, Pearsall can run too. So you know, we got players who can run. So we need to, if we really need a run play, we have some other options before having to use Christian per se.
Yeah, we got so
and
much.
Even Trent, I would say, depending on how it goes, maybe even rest him, like, you know, play him the first half, but rest him the second half.
Right.
You know,
on how good the game is. I mean, how close it is. If you get a 10-point lead, go ahead and let him rest until you eat him again. But that would be risky because if he stiffens up or whatever. But I mean, get you a lead, build on it, stay in your bag, and let him get more rest, because that would lead to. Matter of fact, what I would do is if you can play. Let's get this dub, because that's the last game. You got a bye week. You got a bye week, and the next game you play, and you back at home.
Or at least if you're gonna play them all the way up to maybe through the third quarter, and then depending on how the lead is, sit everybody down fourth quarter.
Right, and that's everybody. So you want to get in your bag with them. I mean, if you went blow for blow with Chicago like that, and their defense is not no slouch like that, then you can do that with the Seahawks. And I'm not saying this to say the Seahawks don't deserve to be number one in the NFC right now, but I'm saying this right here: we done beat y'all already, my boy. Our offense beat y'all, our defense beat y'all, and we got that team. We got those coaches on both sides. We ready for it. And Jigma, Cup, we know y'all gonna go out there and do y'all thing. Hey, Sam Darnold, get ready, man. Get ready.
The way them boys ran at Caleb them last couple seconds, don't worry. We can rush the QB. And the thing about it is, Darnold is not as mobile as Caleb. So it's easier to get to him than it is to Caleb.
How about how much the last couple of weeks they've been using Sky more in the offense instead of just on kickoff returns? I like it because his routes, it's almost like he can see the field a little bit better. And that was that sack we was talking about when Brock.
Yeah, and I didn't like that. I'm like, how y'all gonna put belt? Y'all ain't beating nobody with no belt. I'm gonna need y'all to sit down.
And that was the backup that got him like that. But yeah, man, I think it's the way that everybody talks junk because we had a light schedule, but Chicago was on our schedule. And they surprised everybody, just like the Colts did. It's like we beat the Panthers, who were ahead of us in the playoffs today before they lost and we won.
And let's be real.
They were 8-7 and were above us. I was like, man, what are you talking about?
And let's be real. Everybody on both sides in all the conferences, everybody in each somebody in each conference has gone down with some type of significant injury. Like the number, like we said earlier, the number of ACL injuries and just weird freak accident injuries that have occurred this season is mind-boggling. So this was really anybody's year, because if that's the case, then Philly should have came out wild and blazing. There should be no reason Philly is 10-5.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel about Ricky Pearsall? I get mad that every time he does something good or has a good game, he gets hurt.
I wonder if he's still
his durability is like a 35. Yeah.
I wonder though if a lot of it is also still a lot of it may be still some psychological stuff.
No, man, I don't think so. I understand the shot and everything, but that was off the field, so it's not like an NFL player shot you. So
no. But what I'm saying is, when you are playing like that, it's just sometimes if you think too much ahead in your head and you think of something, it comes back in weird times. But the fact that he got hurt and then came back in the game and still made a big play, it's like, okay, are you hurt? Are you thinking too much?
No, I don't think he's thinking he's going to get hurt, because how he got hurt on every play that has happened, it's always been on him getting extra yards and him not seeing the defender behind him. They landing on him funny or weird, and that's what caused the injury. So I don't see it as anything as far as mental, but I see it, like I said, his body durability. Even though when you beat a defender, you got to know where they are in terms of how far they are away from you.
You may have to get in that weight room and get on that leg press.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at McCaffrey and you look at Kittle, you look at Brock, they leg game. Come on, man. I mean, even you look at Jennings, as tall as he is, his legs are pretty strong. So
he may have to get in the gym and get on that leg press.
Right.
I will say this: before I had my injury, I could leg press 400 pounds.
Right, and it can only do him good. I mean, he's a rookie and everything. So, I mean, by the time he grows into his full NFL body, I think he'll do.
He just need to tighten up a little bit. Yeah. I think he'll be okay. Yeah. He'll be okay. Walk around the club.
He said Ronnie Lott knows how to play. Hey man, you better believe. Shout out to you.
Yes.
Forget the finger. Cut it off. We going to the championship. Forget it. That's right.
Y'all can't build a team.
You can't, man.
We may not be able to build one, but we got one.
No, he said basically that's what he's talking about with Chicago, because we got one. We got one. Our backups, the next man up. We've done something right, because our record is what? 12-4. And we don't be, according to analysts, we're supposed to be sitting at home. We don't even have a pass rush.
Nope.
Last year we had more weapons offensively and defensively. We didn't even make
our last in sacks this season, but we 12-4.
We had better weapons offensively and defensively last year. We didn't even make the playoffs.
Nope.
This year we don't have half of that. And we're about to be the number 1 seed.
And we clinched the playoff berth last week. Yeah. We have to wait for this week. We had to wait this week to clinch a playoff berth. We clinched one last week. So, pump your brakes, my boy, talking about my team.
They're playing with us like we not them, man.
I'm just saying, y'all.
This game was a shootout. And how they were saying last year when Brock, I think, still was hurt a bit, a little bit. But how they were saying he was such a gunslinger. You know, they were saying he's a gunslinger and all kinds of things. Now I see what they mean by it. And I saw this years ago when we got him and he took over for Garoppolo, and I was so proud of him and I talked good about him, but I still know what I know about him. And that weather is different. We are very fortunate to be in the position that we're in, especially having these last games be home. We can handle our weather. That's what makes it so crazy.
When we went,
Scott Moore took a hit. When we win next week, it's going to blow the whole NFL up. Because right now, every week, if you watch on ESPN, whatever channel or whatever podcast, when they ask the one question, are San Francisco a sleeper team? Should you fear the 49ers? Everybody,
Yes.
no, they say no. They said they don't have a defense. Brock Purdy has been looking good, but how far can he go? Kittle's hurt and everything. If they lose Trent Williams, what are they going to look like? All of those questions have been answered all
We did that tonight.
saw with Trent Williams being gone and Kittle being gone at the same time. Now,
We
if
did that tonight.
the records and what everybody's been saying, the 5 games or the 3 games, I'm not exactly sure, but they can correct me in the chat. But either way it goes, every game that Brock Purdy has played without Kittle, they lost. He broke that tonight. Come on, man.
Sure did.
And the first time him being without Trent and him at the same time, we
Sure
still
did.
had over 100 yards rushing in the first half. You can't
Yep.
tell me our line's not getting better. This team's not getting better. They're figuring it out on both sides, whether we can rush the quarterback or whether we have to. That doesn't matter. All we got to do is score enough points, get enough
Exactly.
stops. When the final seconds tick,
We got to be up.
that matters.
We just got to be up.
That's all that matters.
This
It
is
looks
going to
like
be an
it's
interesting
stop
playoff
doing
picture because it's going to be an interesting playoffs because this is the first year since 2014 or something where
Mhm.
where the AFC is not running through Kansas City.
This is what's so crazy for me. You remember earlier this year, T, when I was saying every team doesn't look like them. This team is not who they think they are. Chicago is not them. This is what you got to understand. We beat them without a pass rush, with rookies out here making big plays and big stops.
It's true.
Imagine if our team was legit. We'd have blew every team out this year.
It'd have been so much better. I wouldn't have anxiety.
Right.
I
But we
wouldn't have
don't
anxiety. Into the
back
football.
up. And our only anxiety comes from we want our team to win so much, so bad.
Exactly.
Rookies, it don't matter. Y'all are there. Y'all can get stops. You got the motivation you need. You got the teammates that you need. We can win with what we got. Next man up really means something on this team. So when they talk about the best ability being availability, we're showing that right now with the people that's available to get these stops and get these wins out here, man. And it starts with that head coach right there.
Ooh, oh, okay. That's a little bit better. Ooh.
You go with looking at a coach that looks like he was about to lose the locker room, and then everybody just stopped
Yeah.
what they were doing with Brandon Ayuk and the whole locker room, the whole team. Everybody started believing again, like how we did since Kyle Shanahan's been there. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
He's been in his bag the last few games. I was just like, dude, where are these plays coming from? Like, I need them to draw up that play that where D Winters got his interception, his fix.
Right.
I need them to draw the defense to draw that play up some more.
And see, no, that was him showing Philip. Is it Philip Rivers, right? That was him showing him what new linebackers can do. Remember, he showed he was going to be on the right side, and he jumped the line on the left side of him. That was just a great jump route that he had got on there. He really did jump that right. Like he act like he was going to fade him. You know how behind their back you might get a little hold or a grab. He act like he was going to do that, but he went around and jumped the route right there.
Yeah, even Philip Rivers had to tell him, that was good. He had to give him some props on that one. He was like, wait a minute, you threw me off there.
I knew after beating Philip Rivers and all of the audibles that he was calling on us last week and everything that he did to get them where they were, and we still pulled out the victory. I knew we could beat Caleb because Caleb is a good quarterback. He's not great. He's not elite. And if you ask me between him and Brock Purdy, I'd go with Brock Purdy off of what he did today versus what Caleb Williams did. He had a couple of plays where he threw it out of bounds and he had wide open receivers right there.
Yeah, that one particular play before when they were marching downfield, he had a wide open guy to the right. To the right side of the field, and he ended up throwing it away.
I'm talking about he threw it right out of bounds. Right? You can't do that. And come on, man, and be talking about I mean, Purdy, they talk about how he's a manager. That's cool. I'll take that. They talk about how he does certain things, but look at what he does. I mean, the dinking and dunking and everything like that. That's fine. Look what comes out of it versus taking chances, taking risks. You don't know that can happen.
He only went down one time. So, you know that's a testament to the O-line.
You know who's gotten the most respect this whole year that we don't talk about enough?
Who?
Diamador Lenore. I mean, Diamador Lenore, the hyena, man. The hyena, man.
The hyena is a mess.
This man right here, they limit the targets on when they throwing it to him. They really do that. He is glue out here. I love it. I love the way he plays. I really do love it. I love that he learned from Charvarius. I love that. I mean, he's got to see it from so many. What he learned from Will got him better. He was in so many great opportunities. I love what he turned out to be.
Yeah, and as much as I hated Ward leaving, I understood why he had to leave.
Right.
I understood exactly. I understood why he had to leave because you have to. That's a trauma you can't undo, and sometimes just simply being in the place where that happened can give you that PTSD. So I understood exactly. And I saw a lot of people were so upset with him for leaving. Like when they went to Indianapolis to see them all, see like DeForest and Mooney, see them swapping jerseys and things like that. Let's see the love that was still out there because it's like, those who are true fans and true 49er fans and true football fans understand. Yeah, sometimes you have to remove yourself from that.
Right. We don't really know what all the way happened in those situations. So it could be more than just the trauma of the loss that he had took that year. It could be something that we don't know behind that. It's always something that we don't know. But the thing is,
he's like that played a big part in it. And I was like, you know what? And for Kyle and them to let him go and make sure he got the money that he was worth I think John did his big one with that when he made sure that he was paid.
I mean, this guy's been a stand-up guy since he's been there. He's been all pro. Since he was calling himself that. He manifested it. He put himself in a position to do that. He was what Lenore has been since he left, and he even got him better. I love that combination. I love that combination. I wish it was a way that we could have kept him, but I understand. I wish it was a way that we could have kept Huff, but I understand. And the way it looks like we could have did all of that was like how we said at first, pay Brandon Ayuk, but not what they did. If they wouldn't have paid him so much, then we could have kept a Huff.
A little bit,
You know what I mean?
And then you saying you acting here running around speeding down the highway at 111 miles an hour.
Yeah, come on, man. Then you're gonna apologize. What are you apologizing for? We do not need nothing that you got going on right now, brother.
I honestly think whatever is going on with him is not football related. I think it's more so because somebody else made a comment. Another football analyst made this comment too. That whatever's going on is more so a mental thing, maybe, but it's also people in the air. I don't think he's got the right people in his camp.
I think it's
both.
The
best for him.
I think it's both, and you know what I think it mainly is. You ever watch Snowfall?
Oh no, let me say that right. Yes, I've watched Snowfall.
And you saw what happened to Franklin Saint at the end when he lost all of that money that he worked hard for.
He went crazy.
And it was right there. He could have got it back, but somebody else that he was listening to or whatever messed up him getting that money back. He never got back to himself mentally because you can't live the same life without all of that money, man.
Sure enough,
your guarantees got taken, brother. I know you went and bought some things that your guarantees don't cover anymore. You didn't play, so you don't have no game-to-game money, brother. Really? And if you never play again, what really did you make, and what is it looking like? That's really, really bad, especially mentally. If you try to help out family members or whatever, and you back to square one, you got to see where you can get a contract. We don't know what your knee looks like. And I thank Kyle and everybody for not putting them out there to show it just because you doing what you're doing out here. We're not going to advertise you. We're going to let everybody take a chance if it has to come down to getting you. We know the extent of your knee injury. Yeah, that stiff arm right there from Brock.
Yeah.
Brock hit a man. Yo, come on, man. How you hit a linebacker with a stiff arm like that, bro?
Brock like y'all. Brock said, "I'm tired of all of y'all. I'm tired of folks." Part of me wants to go and eat my red velvet cake, but I know goodness well I probably don't need to eat it because it's after midnight, and I probably shouldn't eat it. But at the same time,
hey man, it's a victory. It's a victory,
and it's red. Like
that opens up a cheat. That opens up a cheat right there, man. That opens.
It really does. It really
do it, but you wanted to save it for you. If you ask me, you saved it for the show.
So exactly, I mean, it's Taylor Marie. See, I'm gonna have to see. I'm
and look, Huda came right in time. So I think that's what you need to do. You need to go ahead and do it, man. T was trying to say if she said this after 12, but she was trying to save it, but she waited. She should go ahead and have her victory red velvet cake. I was thinking.
We go get the red velvet cake.
Yeah, go get your victory cake, girl. We did this. We about to be in number one. As many times as Seahawks tried to give the Panthers that game today, they can't do that with us, especially how we did the Bears. With no Trent Williams, no George Kittle. Man, we got a show after these videos go up, man.
Brother.
Yes, sir. What's wrong with you, bro?
I came how I came last time, wearing the hoodie. The last time I was up here, I was rocking the hoodie, and TT was like, "Sorry to hear about your team," and I sign languaged to her, TEE. Go back and check the footage. TEE. I see you. Showed the hoodie. And I'm still wearing the undershirt. I don't know the last time we was on, brother, but I lifted up my hoodie on the last stream too. I don't care what happened with my gang. I didn't want them in the playoffs. They weren't ready. But at the same time, if they had won and then they won their last game, did Green Bay beat the Ravens?
They lost, and the Ravens wore a cheese grater hat last night. I was like, oh, that is disrespectful.
That's one down.
Yep.
If we had won, that's one game down. All we had to do was beat the Bears and Green Bay lose to whoever they play last.
I think both of those still can happen.
No, we're out, bro. We're eliminated. It's all good.
I still think y'all can beat the Bears next week, and I think Green Bay gonna lose their last game.
You know what? I want the Bears to go. You know what I'm saying?
They can go and get their butts beat against us again.
Do it, man. Yeah, facts.
People telling me all day, bear down, and you better bear witness.
100. Me now, Huda is on the AFC side. And I have to run with my Broncos.
And I told my boy.
Yeah, we got cake.
I told my boy at work that we call Bronco. I said it's gonna be us in the Super Bowl. He said, "I like that. I like that.
I like it too, but I don't like it because I really got respect for the Niner gang. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bang bang Niner gang.
Shouts out to y'all. But like,
oh, how you doing, Huda?
Nah, yeah.
I'm sorry about your boys. I was actually crying when they lost.
Did you see me sign language you that I saw what you said, and then I lifted up my shit and then lifted up the shirt? Yeah, I got it all still on right now. I am that hurt. That is sad. That doesn't mean I didn't wash. It's just me, and I threw back on the same attire.
That's okay.
On that Jennings touchdown right there, y'all. I'm gonna walk y'all through that because that was.
You mean when Brock decided to do figure eights?
No, on that Jennings touchdown. On that Jennings touchdown, bro, I was my timing was behind from my phone. So I was getting mad because on my phone it was giving me updates, but I wasn't liking the updates. So when that play had came on, I said, man, forget this. I'm finna reset and update my phone right now. And as soon as I updated it, it was behind. So it jumped on, and it jumped on the time, and it just said touchdown. At the same time, I'm watching Jennings going for that touchdown. I was like, yo, get out of here. What are the odds of something like this happening?
So
that play right there.
I just want to say one thing. Robert Suller, you've been praising defense all year. I seen the short. I told you I watched all of them. Mm-hmm. You gave Shanahan praises.
I gave him an apology too.
You did. You did.
I sure did, bro. I gave him. I gave
Brock one.
I gave Brock one. I gave Mikovic.
I missed the Brock one. Hold on, that came across my timeline.
I watched the show. I watched it.
I gave everybody theirs Christmas, man. I made sure if I talk bad about them and the way they've been looking, because if you look at our line, that is ridiculous. We're not talking about the right side being weak like that anymore. We're not talking about how Pooney has fell back, but he was just injured. We're not talking about anything, even with Trent Williams being hurt. Man, this is the scariest team in the NFL because you do not know what you're going to get at all for the rest of the year.
I'm going to say it like this.
Why you take the
life was like a box of chocolates.
It was covering me up.
Oh, it was covering me on mine.
Yeah, right. Life is like a box of chocolates.
But you good though. You good because I was over here behind.
So the 49ers are like a box of chocolates. You don't know what we coming out with. All you need to know is you better be prepared to play your game because we coming to play ours.
That's true. And before we go into any further, man, let's go ahead and give a shout out to the people that bought y'all that show, man. Shout out to our official sponsors. Shout out to Planet Vapor for all your vaping needs, 11 different locations. If you can't hit them at any of those 11 different locations, you can definitely hit them at online at www.planet.vapor. Make sure outside of them, you go ahead and you hit up Blind Fury at Fury Bro Studios. New location, same quality. Hit him up for that engineering. Hit him up for that production. Hit him up for a feature. Make sure you hit him up, Fury Bro Studios. And last but definitely not least, always on the number line like Rick Ross would say it. Shout out to Corey Rock Bottom Davis, Columbia's only first and Black-owned animation station. Go ahead and hit them up for all of you. Man. And it's about to be Valentine's, so go ahead and get them cards customly made over there. Get them shirts customly made. Get those designs customly made and printed over there and holler at them. If not them, go ahead and holler at Southpaw Prints, sister company to Planet Vapor. Now that we got all of those guys out of the way, man, let's go ahead and get into this show. Let's get into this show, man. Let's start off. Ben Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. We were talking about
Benedict Johnson. Benedict Johnson. Get it right.
Don't care what you say. That man ran that ball up that, and it was a beautiful run.
Benedict Johnson.
We've been talking all year about how he deserved the coach of the year and all of these things like this and how they found a way to win it and all of these things. Now, right now, I'm asking both of you, do you guys think Ben Johnson deserves coach of the year right now?
I'm going to always go with Kyle. No.
I'm sitting in Honolulu Blue from the last time y'all seen me on camera, and you're going to ask me about Ben Johnson?
We got to.
Are you serious?
Oh, we said Johnson, not Robinson. Okay, my bad.
Benedict Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Do you know why we did not win our 15-2 season? He already had an office in Chicago.
Oh,
yes. 2 weeks after that loss, he was in Chicago giving his "I'm so here. I am Dan Campbell's spawn," and God damn it, he took the whole grit. We don't have grit no more. We got grits. It's kind of thick and mully and mushy. He took the grit. He took
got
Jonah
AFC in it.
Jackson. He took everything with him. Our O-line. He took a lot of people with him. He took DeAndre Swift. He took a lot of people
He did like
with
the
him.
college coaches do when they take the transfer portal.
Man, look at here. All I'm going to say
For the
is
Nino Brown, I'm taking everybody with me.
I ain't no hater. I hate the Bears, but I don't hate people. I just hate the whole organization as a whole, the colors and all that stuff by proxy of this. But every year that I've ever seen the Bears, they got the same deadly team they've been had. They just needed Ben. They've been had it. Caleb needed that.
I can understand it. And my thing is,
Didn't Caleb come through the Snoop League too?
I don't know, but he got down. Yo, this is how crazy it is. Just a fun tidbit right quick. 2 years ago, somebody hit up Caleb as if, and it's on the St. Brown podcast. They got a podcast. The two, Equanimus and Amon-Ra, they got a podcast. It came, and he played for the Bears and Green Bay, Equanimus, as wide receiver. But somebody reached out to Caleb while Equanimus was on the Bears and was saying that they were Ben Johnson and telling them such and such, such. Come to find out, it was a nephew or something of somebody in our organization that had did it, kind of trolling him. But he talked about it on the St. Brown podcast. How in the next year, 2 weeks later, we 15-2. Don't fucking, we had injuries on defense. How did we lose at home? The road to the Super Bowl was going through Motor City, bro. Aaron Glenn had a job already. Ben Johnson had a job already, bro. And it was Jets, Bears.
I'll say this. After today, no, he doesn't deserve Coach of the Year.
No, he doesn't.
Because we're looking at coaches that have done what no other coach has done, that have their team looking like no other team looks. We have all of the top teams looking like third-tier teams right now. We have Ben Johnson and the Bears, as well as the Niners, looking like, man, are they this? Their record says this, but I don't know. We've been seeing these I don't knows all year. But the I don't know that we saw today was the 49ers found out how to pull out that victory. That the Bears have been winning all year. All year, repeatedly, all year. It doesn't matter. The Bears have been finding out ways to win it in the fourth quarter, the end of the game. We stopped them in what they do best. How they got their record, we stopped that.
We put 52 points up on them.
Right.
First matchup.
Right.
Just gonna say that.
Right. That's when you guys was healthy and y'all was full steam ahead. And that's when I made the apology about y'all.
Now
Definitely.
the apology is null and voided. Like, yes.
No, it's not
We
because
suck.
no, but that's not because y'all are 100%. That's not because y'all are 100%.
No excuse. Y'all not 100%.
We're not
No
100%, but see,
y'all had Jennings missing. Y'all missed Pearsall. Y'all lost Brock. Y'all even lost Mac Jones when y'all was to the third man. Y'all did a lot of things. Y'all got Fred Warner missed up out of here.
Bosa missing,
bro. Bosa missing. It's supposed to be next man up. What y'all are doing is supposed to be that.
But
That's
you got to
what we
understand
did
it like
last
this.
year.
No, but see, but you got to understand this. Y'all got next man up too. Every other team, no.
We got Jared Goff.
Every team in the league. No, but look, being real, every team in the league is going through this year. This is why PNT's been pushing. Artificial turfs must go. But here's the thing about it. It's always different. And we still are way more plagued than every other team. It's always different. It's always different. But see, if we put it on, if every team was 100% healthy, we would still be the underdog team, and we're still way better than every other team out there.
But name one quarterback besides Jared Goff
Mhm.
that if he don't have the pieces, he's trash.
Sam Darnold.
Incorrect. Sam Darnold still got wins with the Vikings, and they were very unhealthy last year.
No, they still had Justin. They still had Justin, and they still had
Okay.
they.
I mean, you're gonna miss one here and there, but they were very hurt, bro. They were very hurt last year, and Sam
I've never been a
Darnold
Sam
put
Darnold
on
fan,
for the
so.
city.
Okay, I get that one.
And he put on for Seattle.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
He put on when he was with the Patriots.
Josh Allen.
He put on by himself.
Look,
He
and
had no
Jackson.
weapons.
Good
And
point.
where did they go with no weapons? Nowhere.
Right. But at the same time, where does Jared Goff go? Directly to the ground if there is somebody coming at him and they this close.
But
That
I
close,
will
this
go
close.
on. I will go on that with you to say that's the
Cold
same
wind.
thing as those. That's the same thing as those other guys. If their weapons not there,
But they
can
can't
run.
move.
No, look, they can run, but that ain't gonna win you no football game. Quarterback sneaking the whole game. You
But
still
he can't
somebody
run,
to.
bro. Have you
Yeah.
seen Jared Goff try to get
I
out
get-
over
I
somebody
get what
coming
you're
in when
saying.
he
What's old boy name for Baltimore that didn't catch that one pass after Lamar Jackson did everything he could do to bring that team back?
Flowers.
That one catch.
Flowers.
Flowers.
With that one catch, so that counts as you not having a weapon.
Bro.
But
I
if
get
he
what they're
quarterback.
saying. I get what they're
Quarterback.
saying.
There's only one statue quarterback left in the NFL.
I get what they're saying.
White boys.
Everybody else can
Hispanics,
extend the
blacks
play.
alike. Yes.
well, that's
Golf,
not
if
that's
it's
not
not,
exactly
it's
in the
not.
play.
that's not exactly
He's
true
not
because Mac Jones is in the pocket quarterback.
But
But
he'll
Mac
run.
move. But
He
Mac
can
move.
get out the pocket and still
But
throw
you see Mac
accurate pass.
Those
Mac
runs
move.
are real. Look, those
If
runs
Golf
are real
is off
shaky.
his mark, bro.
Those
If
real
Golf is
shaky.
off his mark, it's
Mac
in the
move.
ground.
Mac moved. I see what who they're saying. It's not that it's
Nah,
not that
Mac,
they're
Mac
better.
don't move. He can and he don't. He when he does it, it's a miracle. We can't put
No.
that in there to
But
go
Goff
ahead and
has
solidify and say the problems of what you're trying to give to him. I understand what you're saying, but Mac is not no running quarterback. We're not doing that.
No,
We're not
no,
doing
no
that.
he's
one said he
not.
isn't.
But
No
he
one
can
said he is.
move the pocket.
But
He
he
can
will
move out
move.
of the pocket and
I
hit
see what
something.
who they're saying.
Golf can't move. If the play say 3 drop back, he got to drop back 3. Somebody got to be open. Can't nobody
see
be
who-
near him.
I'm following who this train of thought. I'm following who this path. I
I'm
get what
telling
he's
you,
saying.
Golf is not the modern day. The world is past a Golf. You seen what he did with the Rams, brother?
Right.
He went to the Super Bowl, stunk up the place. Guess what he did in game goddamn 1 of the playoffs, being 15-2, the best damn team in the NFC. Stunk up the place, fumbles, interceptions. If he can't and be comfortable, if you don't have pieces around him, and I mean line, I mean wide receivers that will block, I mean running backs that can pick up one of them fat boys coming through there, you got trash. And his whole
understand
try
that.
to get down is, bruh, he's a statue. That
understand.
motherfucker's a
Not-
gargoyle.
he said one of the
statue.
Yeah, but I was trying to keep it low because we so far away from Ben Johnson.
I don't be hating the people. I
No,
love
I'm just saying I was trying to keep it at a minimum because we're so far
Kyle?
away from Ben Johnson right now. That's
Ben
not
Johnson
what
saved Ben
That's
Johnson
not what we
saved Golf career last year to make him
Ooh.
look like something. He was an offensive coordinator.
So we switching over to Kyle Shanahan right now.
Yes,
Salute
Kyle,
to him.
Kyle deserves it. I don't care what anybody else says.
OG.
Switching over to Kyle Shanahan because, like I said,
OG.
I don't think Ben Johnson deserves Coach of the Year anymore.
Me either.
What they've done
Me
was
either.
really, really good. How they found out how to win games, and all year, every one of those games that I've watched, when they did that, I said to myself, I've said on the show, they will not be able to beat us like that. When I had this schedule this year, the wins and the losses, Chicago and the Seattle Seahawks were games that I had we will win. Seahawks, both games, I counted those as wins. This game right here, I counted as a win. Next week, when we win that and get that number 1 seed, I will be able to say Kyle Shanahan went so deep in his bag. There is nothing you can say or do because he will get a Super Bowl this year. If they get home field advantage, there is nothing that can stop them because offensively they can beat any team. And in the NFC Championship, you will have Fred Warner back. That is a cheat code being reinserted inside of having an unstoppable offense. I don't care what nobody says. They can say, well, Chicago had this, they had that. They were the team that figured out how to beat everybody this year. That means defensively, special teams-wise, offensive. Yes, that's true. That is true.
Points up on them. They put up.
That's true. That's true. But remember, that was our real test this year. Look how high they're ranked. Look at their record and look at who they had to come through, just like every other team has to come through to beat. But this is also something that's major as well. Look at how good we look on the road. So even if we don't get what we're going to get next week, that would be crazy to everybody else.
Like I said, we're coming for that number one spot.
Okay, but let me ask about this Kyle Shanahan situation and being coach of the year. Is this after the Super Bowl, or y'all talking about like after the season?
About now.
This is just regular season. If they did it like how it was supposed to be, the regular season, how you did the regular season, not the Super Bowl and everything like that, I think then you should get a different coaching award for that right there, because you did coach a Super Bowl team. But during the regular season, I think dealing with what he dealt with, getting his team to where they are, and all of the hate, all of the noise, all of the hot seat talk is going to go under his name, win and loss. So remember earlier this year, I was real animated about, we got to get you out of here. Your playbook's not working. You're out here playing. And he really was out here on the hot seat, him and John Lynch. But the way they turned that whole thing around, the way that they lost games this year, it hurt more than the losses actually counted, because you got 4 losses in a season where you were projected to win all of those games, but winning those games without your power, not just your star power, but your power offensively and defensively, that's nothing but not just Kyle.
That's good coaching.
But remember, he was man enough and Lynch was man enough to cut everything and go and put it all on the line to bring Saleh back home.
Sure enough, did.
I got a question after this.
Yes, sir, because we still on Kyle Shanahan. So T, give me your take on Shanahan, on what you think about on that Coach of the Year award this year now from them beating Chicago.
My thing is, I would give it to Shanahan simply because, not like you said, they humbled themselves to do what they need to do to bring Saleh back home. But at the same time, that shows you when your coaching staff trust each other and trust in what they got in the locker room, because they was losing the locker room. He had to humble himself to bring that locker room back into some type of order. When you get the captains of the team together and you sit everybody sit down and have a man-to-man an adult conversation about what's what, and y'all go out and do what you need to do, and you see everybody not only buying in, but not only buying in and believing in what they got, but trusting the coach and trusting the next man beside them. That's a testament to coaching, both offensively, defense, special team, because everybody's got to be on the same page. If y'all not at least in the same, sometimes you don't even got to be in the same page. You got to be in the same chapter of the book. If y'all ain't in the same chapter of the book, that is, no matter how much you do in practice and whatnot, it's not going to show on the field.
That's right.
So they had to go back there in that locker room for them to do that. So I think it goes to Kyle in that coaching staff. That's
you got some finishing touches on Kyle Shanahan before we move on?
Yes.
Let's get him.
I also have a question in between, and not for a long discussion, but this is hater debate.
This is a finishing touches on Shanahan.
Okay. I think for regular season, if that's how we're going to move with it, give it to Kyle. He had adversities. He had all his target people out. Next man stood up, showed up. I sat and watched the games right here on this channel with my
That's right.
brother. You know what I'm saying? And I watched, and I was just like, damn, my brother is giving Cal fucking headlocks, but they're winning. He's on Brock's ass, but he's winning. And
He was
goddamn,
listening to me, man. He was listening to me in those times, man.
I was just like, damn, but they're winning. And then I look back into last season, 15-2, Detroit Lions, number 1 seed, regular season. Nobody had Dan Campbell even in a discussion of Coach of the Year.
That's the facts.
That's all I wanted to end off on.
That's
Which
the
is
fact.
crazy to me because the fact that they were 15-2, and the year before they was in the NFC Championship game,
Yeah.
wasn't they? Year
Yeah,
before.
against y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all came back
And Dagon there beat us. Let's be real. Dagon
They
there beat us.
stopped running the ball, and that's when
See,
David
and see, that's
Montgomery
why-
declined.
That's why Dan Campbell never got it, because of his gambles, like a Ron Riviera. When you live on the edge like that, it's almost like basketball. If you live by the 3, you're gonna die by it.
Yeah,
And
but
if
that's the year before
something that
that.
you do, and it causes you to lose in a game when you could have won. That's what people remember more than the games that you won to get you that fabulous record.
Last year we were 15-2.
That's right. But
So
remember,
Dan
guys,
Campbell's diabolical go for it instead of taking the points was working. Ben
Until he
Johnson
didn't.
was there.
I thought he
Look,
should have got
that's right.
Coach of the Year the year before. That year he talked when they first third
Bro,
year
we were
they
cheap.
playoffs.
We've been
I
cheap
thought they should
forever.
have got. I
So
thought he should
here's,
have got it.
here's also why Dan Campbell didn't get it when they were 15-2.
Right.
When you get the head coach, is because you're doing more of that. Andy Reid gets it because what? He's offensive coordinator. Kyle
Fair.
Shanahan is what?
There. Okay.
Offensive
Gotcha.
coordinator. Dan
Got it.
Campbell had these guys in position.
Now, you
This
see
year-
with Dan, the
No,
fucking
look,
coordinator.
this year, if they would have stayed healthy,
hell,
he could have earned it more. And if they would have done what we told him and used our boy Sonic and Knuckles combination more,
right.
then they would have done it, because he would have looked better because he was doing more coordinating this year.
Right.
But when he got it on him, he was in his way and they didn't do what we knew was supposed to come on.
Not to mention, we got Jared Goff, a fucking statue. If anybody get hurt on that line, we are screwed.
Right.
2 people hurt is overdue. 3 people
it's-
hurt is diabolical. You're not in the playoffs. Period.
It's funny that you say that
We in the
about
car,
Sonic
we
and
in the
Knuckles.
car with Shanahan.
It's funny that you
Yeah,
say about
Carl.
Sonic and Knuckles because one of the other analysts, they was playing. He said the same thing, that they needed to get them 2 players involved
Back
in order for
into it.
Detroit to do
Right.
what they needed to do. So yeah, y'all are well on point with that. So yeah,
Right.
Kyle got it. We need to talk about Brock because Brock
Hold on,
gonna get
hold on.
that.
Hold on, yeah, we got him coming. We got him coming. We got him coming. Let me bring him to you, T. Hold on, T. You heard me with the car. I was trying to keep it moving. Let me move this.
Yeah, let's
Let
go.
me
Y'all
move
know
this.
a girl
Nobody
got-
says
a girl
something
got-
short.
Let
It's
me
just
move
hater
this,
debate.
T.
I got to, I'm sitting at home.
Next we got up because not just didn't you have. This is crazy. We won the day. Trent Williams wasn't there. Hall of Famer. George Kittle wasn't there. Hall of Famer. Nick Bosa wasn't there. Hall of Famer. Fred Williams wasn't there. Hall
Warner.
of Famer. You beat one of the top teams in the NFC without 4 Hall of Famers on your team. No Trent Williams, no problem. Let's talk about Trent Williams right now, because I saw the play when he was running downfield, getting the block up the way, and it was a hamstring, and the way that he did his thing and the way he was moving the rest of the game, I know he'll be back. Playoffs, we good. Even if he's not there next week, when I think he should be. The way that he was moving on the sideline, he didn't leave the game or anything to where it was severe. He was still talking to other players on the sideline when Pearsall got hurt. He talked to him, and he was still, I don't think it's as bad as what it could be. But sometimes you have Vegas. Sometimes you have the football gods. Sometimes you just have a will to win. There is no way, nothing can stop this team in the NFC from getting there. The one thing that could have stopped them outside of Trent Williams not being there would be Detroit Lions being healthy. And this is why earlier this year, I gave my apology to Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions, because healthy and when they was getting everything going, they looked again like the team that everybody was scared of. They didn't look like the Detroit that, yeah, they doing good, but what are they going to do next? No, they look like, yo, y'all better watch out. They're going to do some things. And no team this year looked like that. Right now, you got a San Francisco team that looks like it doesn't matter what the situation is, they can win. We beat the team that did that. Trent Williams not being there was the last one that we wanted to be out of the game for us to prove it. But him not being there, we've proved that. That's not just a testament of the coaching, but a testament of him as a veteran, because I know he's showing these people that's behind him or under him how to do all of these things that he's doing. You're going to get beat a couple times in the game. But the majority of the time, if you could just hold the fort down and do what you got to do, that's what they did. Trent Williams not being there, no problem. I mean, it wasn't like a cakewalk, but no game is when you're dealing with one of the top teams in the NFC. But I think they did that right. What do you guys think? How y'all think the game looked today without Trent Williams? Like I said, the fourth Hall of Famer that wasn't there today.
I was scared.
That's right.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was nervous because I'm like, how is this gonna work? Because what I was more so worried about is Trent opens up so much and he protects so much that if it wasn't for Trent and whatnot, Brock would get hit a lot more than he does.
That's right.
So I wasn't sure if we were going to have that protection there. So to see how that played out I was confident in our ability to hold that line.
And see, one thing with it real quick on this, the advantage of Brock being a left-hand quarterback and Trent being on his strong side instead of his weak side is even better. Because all we got to do is have McKivitz with what he did. He's gotten so much better since they got him to the practice squad and he fought his way back. Our line really looks really, really good. And today it showed
that he's going to get paid.
And like I said, it's Trent Williams not being there is heavy, but it's not as heavy because that's not Brock Purdy's strong side. But go ahead. That's all I wanted to say. And I think that's great that happened. Not like we lost Trent, but that it wasn't his weak side that we lost any strength on.
Yeah. What you got to say, Huda?
What I got to say is I seen this team go through triumph all year. They don't lost targets here, targets there, strong man here, strong man there.
Well,
I watched it last year with my team. I hate to keep throwing it's just that's the sad part. You normally play the the sad motherfucker, but it's okay. We ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do it. You ain't got to do it.
We're not doing it.
I'm about to flip it right now. I say, respectfully, shouts out to Trent Williams. If I'm not mistaken, isn't the Super Bowl in San Fran this year?
Yes. That's why I said if we win, when we win next week, we don't have to leave home and we get a bye week.
I hear all that, but I'm gonna tell you this much. One thing I noticed about teams that fight through it like how y'all did this year, and we did it not last year, but the year before. And we had to meet up with y'all in the championship. But nothing was moving through Detroit. Everything was away. And we went through in triumph. Y'all automatically get home field advantage. All you got to do is get to the dance. Y'all are the Warriors. I think y'all have that in y'all to get back to Coney Island. And then everybody going to come together and it's over because it's going to be at home, at home, at home. If y'all get used to the at home all the way through and y'all sit for a second and don't have a game, we don't know what this team going to be, to be honest. But what y'all own and how y'all don't fought through all the adversity and been on, man, fuck that. Such and such out, but he'd be back. I wouldn't let Trent, if he could, on the next week play. Anything that's hurting, sit down. We don't need the number 1 seed. We're in.
I'm gonna say this. No. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. And that guy, I got to do. I was waiting, but
go ahead.
Huda, if you really think about it, this time of year, we don't want to be in nowhere but Santa Clara because of our quarterback, because of the way our offense is clicking. We put up 42 points on the Chicago Bears today.
Good shit.
If we're anywhere else, Brock Purdy, in any inclement weather, we know what that's going to bring. We know that. At home. At home. We know what he's going to bring at home. We got the 12th man as far as our fans out there to help out our defense. We got Brock Purdy that can dime a dozen all day in that good old LA weather. And that's all. That's what we would need to win, because remember, our defense can suck all year. But if we can score more than you can score,
that's all that matters.
How many losses do y'all have? 4?
4.
4.
We are 12-4.
Outside of that, let's talk about these 12 games. How many of these victories was Brock there?
I will say this.
Last couple.
He
was there the last 5 games that we won.
Okay.
And 1 game that we lost.
Were they all in San Fran?
No.
Was it the beautifulest weather?
No. Yes.
Every time? Yes.
No, it was the weather, because we didn't play in no rainy games all year.
Nothing windy.
Nothing windy. Nothing. It was all great weather because it didn't get bad until the last month and a half, but we hadn't punted in 2 months before today.
That's dope.
And that's from being in great weather. Now, also, without those things being there, without Brock Purdy, when he came back in those other games, those games that we also won, we didn't have our Hall of Famers there. Our defense was not there as well.
Like I said, is a Hall of Famer.
These games, yes. And like T said,
chop my head off. I take Brock over Goff.
Look, and like T said, this is the crazy thing. Also, with Trent Williams, this is the last thing I'll scroll on him to finish this up. To add on the Brock's thing, without Trent Williams, the last Hall of Famer that we lost today, that will be back soon, Brock Purdy still had 5 touchdowns today, just like how he did last week. And that's what T said. That's not something I'm saying. He said again.
I still say fuck that number 1 seed. Y'all got the home field advantage at the Super Bowl.
But we need that number 1 seed in order. We need that number 1 seed in order to get that bye, so we can have that.
Remember, look at the weather right now in the Super Bowl versus the teams that we would have to play
against. We need that number 1 seed to get that
and
bye.
All of that different
minus the Bears. Who else? Seattle is indoor.
They could rain. Well,
not in Seattle.
No, Seattle got a dome.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm not worried about them because we
got the Texans. No, the Texans AFC side. Hold up.
Mm-hmm. You got the Rams.
The Rams is indoors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Rams. SoFi's a dome.
And we traveled just like that.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about no weather except with the Bears. That's
it. You got the Eagles.
Yeah.
You got the Eagles.
Philadelphia ain't raining.
Eagles got to travel.
You don't know that. It could be snowing and raining. This is February, January weather that we talking about.
It's
Eagles
the
y'all, come on. We got to be real because we bringing that back.
Eagles are more than likely going to have to travel.
No. Wait. They are trash, Huda.
Yes.
Right, but guess what? Guess what our quarterback is in bad weather?
Okay, I got you with
Guess
the
what
wet
our
ball
quarterback
shit,
is in
bro.
bad weather? If our quarterback isn't doing good, we don't score these 10 touchdowns that he scored the last 2 weeks. We
What
don't
if
get
there's
that.
no Eagles? What if the
If there's
Eagles
no
lose
Eagles, it's
first
different.
round?
It's different. Like,
Hey,
but
we
see,
gave a thumbs up.
here's the whole thing. Here's the whole
That's
thing.
dope. Salute to that thumbs up.
Yeah, but here's the whole thing, man. We're not trying to have to go anywhere. We need that week of rest so we can get Kittle all the way back. We can get Trent Williams all the way back. We need them because next week we're going to need them to play so we can beat the Seahawks how we're supposed to. If they can get 85% next week and play, yes, you're going to play. But like T said, you're not going to play the whole game. If you get to the third quarter, we're up, you're sitting down. So your
Brother,
rest can start then.
y'all 12-4 journey. You were missing a piece here, missing a piece there. It's
No,
not a
that's not
need.
true. That's
Y'all
not
have
true.
next
That's not
man.
true.
So
That's not
y'all,
true.
how
We were
many of your
missing- we were
wins had
missing major
100%?
We were missing major pieces all the way. Right
That's
now,
what I said.
No,
Yeah.
you said we were missing a piece here. We were missing a piece there. That's like one person being
Pieces.
gone.
No,
No,
that's
but the
not
way
what
that
I'm
you
trying
said
to
it,
say.
I
That's
know
not what
it.
I'm
I'm
trying to
just saying your terminology was wrong because you were saying we were missing a piece here.
Yeah.
We were missing more than a piece the whole year. If we were one piece away from any game this year,
Not
we
in
would have won
Atlanta.
those 4 games.
Think like this. A piece here would be Jennings missing. So now you got next man up in his spot. That's a piece here. And in the same boat, Fred Warner could be missing, but somebody's in his spot. That's a piece there. A piece here, a piece there. Not like your whole team is hurt, bro. I wasn't trying to disrespect. Y'all
I know
deserve
it.
y'all's shot. Yeah,
I know it.
All
And
I
got
know
what you- I
is
know it, and I got what you're saying. But a piece here, a piece there doesn't even mean what you just said. To reiterate that, because a piece is one person. It doesn't really matter.
It is one person.
Exactly. So that's all I'm saying. That's not what we was facing at all. Not one.
What is one
this year.
position? A person.
Even at one position, we were missing Ayuk. We were missing Pearsall. At one position, we were missing Kittle. We never
But
had.
then y'all had Brock. Or then y'all had McCaffrey.
You see what I'm saying?
Piece here,
And
piece there.
also defensively with those things, it wasn't just a piece here, a piece there. It was always more than one offensively and defensively.
I'm looking at one position at a time. It's 53 men on the field. I mean, on a team. It's 12 at a time or 11. 11.
And
I
we had a
apologize.
total of 95 out of here this year.
Right. So if your number one running back is missing, that's a piece here. Now there's another running back in that spot. You may still got your starting quarterback. You may still got your wide receiver. You may still got another wide receiver, and then another wide receiver is missing. That's a piece there. A piece here, a piece there. Not saying as a collective, like,
No,
yo,
see,
y'all
I
were
see
missing
now.
one person.
I see now what you're
and-
saying. I
and
see
y'all
now
were
what you're saying.
winning. You know what I'm saying?
I see now as far as what you're saying. We weren't just missing this. See, I was saying
Y'all
it
were
as you were
missing a
saying,
lot.
we missed a piece here and we got this there.
Nah.
You're saying it on the terms of we was missing one here and there.
Yeah, like on the same side. Like, yeah, no, I am very happy for the Niners to be doing what they do. Unfortunately, we couldn't this year, but I am happy for the Niners. I am not here to bash or question. All I'm saying
I got your
is,
words wrong. I got your words wrong.
as y'all having a piece here and a piece there missing on both sides, a lot of pieces, but a piece here, a piece there, corner, safety, DT, a linebacker, edge rusher, whatever is missing, y'all came through it. So to say y'all need that rest in the number one seed to do it, y'all not going to see nobody in the playoffs that y'all ain't already seen and beat.
No, but see, the thing is, like the injuries that we did lose the last couple of weeks, to get Pearsall all the way right, to get Trent Williams all the way right, to get Kittle all the way right.
That's what next week for. Let them sit.
No,
let them rest.
But see, and that's what I'm saying. We can't do it. But that week after that, we can because we got the bye.
And then what?
Then you got everybody coming back
to San Fran. Bro, I just need
remember if you got number one seed in the playoffs, all you got to win is 2 games, and you're in the Super Bowl.
That's a fact.
If we win 1 game, Fred Warner is back.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. That week of rest, it means more than what it actually means. We only got to win 2 games, and one of the game potentially Fred Warner can be there. So when that bye week, get everybody healthy, because next week means we got to go all in on that. If you think about it, without the pieces that we have, the defense looking the way we look, even though we pulled the games off, we still got to be able to hold better than what we've not been able to do. We don't know how strong Trent Williams will be. So even if he tries or if he doesn't, we don't know that. But even if he sits next week and we get that win,
you're going to. That's the point. Y'all been winning without pieces, like major pieces.
That is the
Y'all
truth.
don't need the number 1 seed. Let the boys rest.
No, yes, you do. Yes, you do, because
Let them rest.
Y'all didn't see my church finger, did y'all? Y'all didn't see my
Fight
church
3
finger.
games.
Look,
Sorry, go ahead.
you don't want that 3rd game because you got older players.
I'm
All
just
of your
going
Hall of
off.
Famers aren't young spring chickens anymore.
I know y'all ain't us, respectfully, but I watched 15-2. I watched the Patriots fucking be undefeated. I've watched these number 1 seeds turn into a seed again.
You also seen the 11-4 Chicago Bears turn into the 11-5 after learning and finding out.
And I love that.
Look, after learning how to win every game, and they lost to a team that
they did, and they lost to us. We beat them the worst than anybody did. We spanked them bitches.
Y'all ain't seen my
After
church
that
finger.
game,
Y'all seen my
I
church finger?
apologize. After that game, that was the
Not
game
like that.
too.
Go ahead, TT. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah, go
sorry.
ahead.
Nobody see my little church finger up here?
I did, and I apologize. I fight for the grit, and I know y'all got it, and I know y'all can get there. And I'm watching.
Okay.
I got PSTD. Go ahead.
I got a couple things I gotta say because I just realized my black cell gotta work in the morning. So couple things. One, shout out to Brock. Brock did his third dizzle. Second game, 5 TD game, 2 rushing TDs. When y'all get a chance, somebody go back and look at that figure 8 that he did when he threw that touchdown to Juice.
Oh yeah, through that dart to Juice, the fullback that makes it every year because they don't use fullbacks in the league no more. Yes, did it.
He did a whole figure 8 there. Okay, Huda, I get what you're saying because if you really think about it, I'm gonna put this at like a jigsaw puzzle. Most people, you put a jigsaw puzzle together, but you put together first. You put the edges together first, and then you got to put the middle pieces. Well, and if you miss the edges, you kind of know what you're working with. See, baby, we ain't had no edges, we ain't had no middle pieces. We missing a good out of a 50-piece puzzle. We missing a good 30 of them, if you want to think about it, because there's holes everywhere. But they picking it out and they figured it out. I do disagree. I understand what you're saying, why you're saying, rest everybody, but I disagree with resting everybody. At least let them play the first half simply because in order for us to have that home field advantage, we have to have that number 1 seed. In order for us to have that home field advantage, we have to have that.
Incorrect. In the Super Bowl? No, you don't. You're going to have the number 1 seed. It's there.
That's only in the Super Bowl. What she talking about?
Let me ask you a question. Would you? And this is why I said everybody has seen the movie Warriors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The movie went from everybody. This is the NFL all together. Somebody goes down first, being the shittiest team. Now everybody got to get back to their spot, and it's somebody's fault. Right now, y'all have been kicking the ass, and y'all wasn't supposed to be because y'all were missing and missing. And to the analysts, not to the fans, and not to me, but to the analysts. Oh, San Fran, they slept on it, and they kept doing it, and they kept doing it, making it back to the land. I think the team that y'all had that got that, man, this person's missing, that person's missing, but we are a family. Let's get back home versus We're at home. Everybody, glaze me.
I
The
don't
team
think they're
is going
gonna
to
do that
fall.
again.
That's how I feel. If
Man,
they
that's
got to
true.
make it
That's true
back
if you-
home,
Look,
like
that's true. If you,
Warriors.
that's true if you think about it like that. But
Okay, I can see that.
they're not taking no breaks just because of that. What they're doing is getting there because our defense sucks. Our defense is suspect. What they're trying to do is win it offensively. We don't have elite weapons. We got a quarterback that can make things happen. He can't make things happen outside of being home.
But he
Because
did.
the weather, that is the truth. And this was before this time of year. This was before this time of year. We beat Dallas in the snow because we had Debo and we had Brandon Ayuk. We
But
beat
Dallas
Green
got a
Bay.
closed stadium.
Wait a minute,
Wait.
but that makes sense. You got to think about it. We beat
That was Green Bay. We played in the snow.
I'm about to
we
say,
beat Green
Dallas
Bay.
is-
We beat Green Bay on the same things. This is what I'm saying with Brock Purdy. He beat he beat those teams because he had weapons. Those weapons aren't there anymore. The catch radiuses are smaller. Jennings has the widest catch range, but he doesn't have the best speed.
Right. Fact.
You can't do that in inclement weather with Brock Purdy's arm. Without those weapons, that takes all that away. Yes, our line looks better. Our running game could, but it also couldn't look better. Christian McCaffrey all year has averaged under 4 yards rushing. This
Have
was
you
the
looked
first
at the
time in his
bracket?
career. This was the first time in his career tonight that he scored 100 yards in the first half. The first time in his career.
That's dope. Great year for him.
But look at how good of a running back he is. The first time he had 100 yards in the first half.
That's because they spammed him. They knew he was
But no, also think about it like this. San Francisco is always known as a run first team. How since you got here, this is the first year. And we have, come on, man. You see what I'm saying? We got things built up for us and we got things built against us. One of the things that we have to really, really take into consideration is, okay, yes, we do have some injuries. We're going to have those in a year. But if you have the opportunity to get the best advantage, ain't no reason to not go and get it. And all of those people that you saying like sit them, they're not saying that. They're saying
they're football players.
Exactly. And see, this is what I'm saying because we're not dealing with.
And then they get hurt.
We're dealing with older players, so they'll give that. They're doing the LT on any given Sunday right now.
But they need to sit down.
On that
That's all I got, Coach. That's all I got.
I'll be like Willie Beeman and be out on Ellen because I got to get up and go to work in the morning.
100.
Word up.
Salute.
Hey, T, you already know we appreciate you in here for it on the 49ers review.
First Lady tries. First Lady tries. She tries to get her points in. You know, it's all I'm gonna say is any other ladies out there like me. I know your heart rate's just finally calmed down because I was yelling and screaming at the TV and had my cats, my children, and my other half all looking at me ready to send me to the psych ward. Again. But
shout outs before you get on out of here, T.
Shout out to Jay Breeze. You know, that's another blind producer, y'all. If y'all in the metro area, y'all get at him. Pete can tell you how to get in touch with him.
That's the trilogy, man. Y'all better holler at him.
The boy's talented. He a little
that's
crazy,
trilogy,
but
man.
Talented. That's how me and Pete got hooked up. So love him to life. Shout out to the Hater Debate crew. You know, everybody. I still need to get that black dress that's in our little intro because that dress is fire.
Yeah, when you get it, I'm gonna make sure everybody else they can rent their suit or whatever. But I already got my black suit, so
that dress, y'all had me looking right. I love it, love it. Shout out to all the 49ers fans, bang bang Niner game, and then just everybody be easy, be breezy. We going ready to go into 2026. If 2025 was rough for you, trust me, I know it was rough for your girl. I pray everybody has a better 2026. And if not, people, if you don't do anything else, please remember that you can't take care of nobody else if you don't take care of yourself.
And it starts off with a like, share, and subscribe.
And like, share, and subscribe. Please, people, help us help you bring more data.
Come on, man. We trying to get to 2K followers.
Statistics.
That ain't hard. Where y'all at? 2K. Let's get this.
We want it. We want it. We need it. We deserve it.
We here for y'all, man.
I promise you.
We appreciate the 18K views for Christmas, but we need y'all.
We coming.
Stick with us, man.
Coming, because your girl coming with SEC plays about to start, so your women's basketball about to be real lit. Unrivaled about to start, so your women's basketball about to be real lit.
Women's Wednesday is about to be up there, y'all.
The
Women's
pro
Wednesday
softball league is real about to be really. So your girl's coming with your women's stuff. Don't worry, I ain't forgot. We got a lot of things going.
Women's Wednesday, y'all.
And last but not least, your girl made honor roll. On that note,
hey sis, you got to do this when you say that. Do this here.
Yeah.
Congratulate yourself. God damn it. 100. Hey, 100. That's
we're
beautiful.
trying to do what we can.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
That hard work, man. That hard work.
Trying.
So,
I'll see y'all on the flip side.
We appreciate you for being out here tonight, man. We're gonna talk to you soon. Love you, sis.
Love y'all.
Love you too, sis. Salute to you.
All right. The next topic I was gonna talk about was the other Hall of Famer that wasn't there, George Kittle, tonight, man. Wasn't there. It was a game time decision, and I think excuse me. I think this was a good thing that he wasn't there. He could have played if it was needed, but that gives him another week to get ready for the Seahawks next week when we can really use him. We can really use Jake Tonjes. Like when Kittle can't go all the way, or like how you said, I don't want to use them guys fully if we don't need them. I'd like to not be able to use them, but knowing I want this number one seed, so everything that happens has to come through us to do it. I'd rather have that. We not a team that's going to go out and get it, because offensively we can do it, but that comes with a limit. Defensively, we can't do it. We can get some good stops here and there, but a whole game of just stops. No, but at home, a whole game of offensive. Yeah, we can definitely do that. And with Kittle being there, he's that X factor of making that happen, man. What you got to say, bro?
You know my stance already, man. On everything, I still stand on. I ain't saying it's a fact. I think y'all would be more successful not the number one seed than actually having the number one seed. So I would sit everyone, man.
We'll do this. We'll do this because I appreciate your take. You already know that. Make it make sense and talk to me about how us not getting that number one seed is going to make more sense for us. Talk to me about it.
Okay. Y'all don't get the number one seed. You got players right now. Could be Trent, could be George, could be whoever is missing. That is like, yeah, this last game, let's get this number one seed. And they force themselves back earlier than what they need. Whether it's the number one seed and you rest after this game, but you're going to put injury to self because you already hurt when you can still have that week off. And then when y'all show up, I know it's only 2 games, but 3 games, and the big dance at the end of the day, like the Warriors, when you make it back to Coney Island, we whooping your ass, and y'all going to take that trophy. That's how I see it, bro. I'm just saying.
I think that's a great way to see it. And I think the way that they're saying it is we getting back to Coney Island because no, look, this is what I'm saying. We not leaving. We gonna do what it takes because, like you said, that is 100%. But you got to think of it like this as well. If we do get number one seed, right? We only get 1 week off. Then after that, we got to win, right?
Right.
But that's after the fact. If we don't, it doesn't come with a bye week, and you have to be ready. Whether Trent Williams and Kittle will be 100%, no. Right. So you might lose that next game because you didn't get that bye week.
We deal with facts, statistics, and real data.
That's right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and end it with this. If you have the right answer to this question,
let's get it.
How many home games versus away games is y'all record? How many away and homes y'all? Away, how many y'all lost? Or how many y'all won? At home, how many y'all lost? How many you won? And that will shut down the whole need the week off later. Well, that you might need the week off later.
That's true in certain instances, but saying in which weeks that we lost the people.
No matter what was missing, we're just going off the facts, statistics, and real data. Home versus away. Were y'all more successful away or were y'all more successful at home? And that will say if y'all should start your G's next week or not. And then that'll shut me all the way the fuck off. I just feel the grind gonna be realer if y'all just let your gangsters rest and get ready to get back in the trenches so they can get back to Coney Island. It'll mean more too. And Kyle get that doggone trophy for sure. On both ways. You know what I'm saying? MVP, Brock Purdy. I know you hate to hear that shit, but through that adversity.
No, don't do that. I don't hate to hear MVP of Brock Purdy. The thing was, when they was talking about that and he couldn't throw a wet football and was throwing 4 interceptions in a game, that's what I was talking about. Remember, before all of those things that were shown, I was backing him because he got Garoppolo out of there. Right. I was never against Brock. I was against $55 million Brock,
right.
Which was only able to be shown the last couple of games, not even the last 4 out of 5 games that he did, and they won 4. They won 4 and lost 2 home games this year.
Okay, wait. So they lost 2 home games and lost 4 away games? That's impossible. Yeah, only 4.
They lost 2 games home and they lost 2 games away. Because we only lost 4 games this year.
Hey, that kind of makes that I can stand behind.
Remember,
get back to Coney Island, bro.
Our losses, most of them came before all of the real Hall of Famer injuries, man.
Right. Understood.
It was without Brock. It was without Fred. It was without Nick.
But y'all still won.
We won without after the fact when Brock came back healthy.
Right. But Mac won and he
wasn't. Remember when Brock came back and he wasn't healthy all the way, and he threw all those interceptions.
Yes, he did. Them highest passes. Them shits was
we
crazy.
lost that game
together.
And that was an at home. Look, and that was an at home game.
Okay. Fair enough. So the rest up make a lot of sense, man. Y'all,
but no, it wasn't. We didn't win that game from resting. We won that game because they should have not played.
He didn't rest.
He was still hurt. He was the quarterback, but he's the quarterback. These other guys,
Mac is too though. Mac was winning and Mac and shit.
I didn't say he wasn't, and
exactly.
But these aren't the guys that we're talking about that caused that game to win. It was the weapons that was there that caused him to win. He lost the game because he couldn't deliver it to him. He even got people hurt those games. You remember
I watched it with you.
And look, with him not being able to throw the ball right, getting people hurt, that's different than him being able to throw it right. How would he not be able to throw it right outside of injury? Being in inclement weather.
Or resting up and just letting Mac do his magic because he wasn't a
But
problem.
Brock doesn't, and that's what I said on that game.
He was winning.
Look, that's what I said in that game. He was still hurt. It wasn't about rest. He came back before he was ready to come back.
And that's what next week will be for a Kittle, for a Trent.
But see, it's different with those guys because they don't have to deliver the football.
But they got to be a part of football, man. Every piece on the. That's why the piece here,
remember when
every piece matters, like chess.
Remember when Isaiah Thomas got hurt, and that whole game he played, but they won because he was there.
I mean,
and the rest of the games, the rest of the games when he wasn't there, they lost that series because he wasn't there. Even when he was hurt that game and dropped 42 on the Lakers,
right.
Him being there means something
that right now.
We got that with Brock.
When the piece was missing, y'all was winning.
The piece wasn't Brock. That's what I'm saying. The piece wasn't Brock.
He wasn't there either.
And that's why it was Mac there, and it wasn't the same. And when
how many games did Brock lose?
Brock lost.
Besides the one we watched.
Brock lost 2 games.
Okay, how many did Mac lose?
2.
What are we doing, man? Y'all are the Warriors, real talk. And y'all if you get back to Coney Island,
I'm not undercutting.
People like entertainment. I know we deal with facts, statistics, and data, but people like entertainment. The NFL.
Let's go where you are. Let's go where you are. Let's go where you are.
Beautiful.
But look, let's go where you are.
We were at 2 years ago.
But see,
made it all the way to the NFC Championship.
But look at it. All right, so let's go where you are. They want to be entertained. If you're in the West Coast, your games come on later. That means you're always going to be on prime time because that's what they've been doing the last couple of weeks when they changed our games to the nighttime game because we are primetime football. We know how to win. So when we're doing that and we're in those positions to win, we're not in there and we're not on prime time to lose.
But now y'all don't have to worry about that. This is the end of the season, bro.
But that doesn't mean anything if you're not trying to win the season.
You won it. You're in the playoffs. The season is over, bro.
That's the truth. That's
the season is over for those that are going to be there on
no, it's not. The season's over next week after we see who has the number 1 seed.
Not really, man. Number 1 seed don't mean shit.
It doesn't for a lot of teams that don't have a quarterback that can't throw it in implemented weather. That's the truth. It's 100%
Jared Goff, man. All he had to do was hand the ball off to Sonic and Knuckles, and they got away from it and put it in Goff hands.
And that's why their coach didn't get that MVP or the Coach of the Year rating or voting for that. But we have a coach that is up there that can next week, if he does that, potentially say, yo, look at what they did. Now, not only that, he's not going to force these guys back. Like I said,
that's what I'm on.
They're coming, but see, this is
don't force them, bro. Y'all really got something.
This is where you miss. We're not forcing Kittle to come back. He could have played today if needed to be.
But he's a player. He wants to play. He wants to be there for his team. But it's morale.
So guess what?
You gotta be. Sit down.
So guess what? What you saying that about him?
We got a bigger moment coming. Y'all in the playoffs.
So what you're saying about him not being there and getting that's irrelevant because of the simple fact that he was man enough and his doctors and everybody was man enough to tell him to stand down today. But what did that do today? He got this week and he's got all the exactly, and he's still got this week right here coming for rest. And guess what? Guess what? Wait, but guess what? This is what I'm saying about him, who was one of the Hall of Famers, but one of the elite weapons. He can come back next week because he doesn't have a high calf sprain. He has a mid to lower, and he was questionable till the last minute, and he wasn't limping on the sidelines when we seen him. He can come back and can make it next week reasonably. Trent Williams wasn't limping, and he got hurt the whole first play of the game this week. next week is not a considerably hamstring pull. These things, these soft tissue injuries, they can be long lasting, they can be existing, but if they're not really serious from the jump, there's nothing really to worry about. And resting on that could cause you more than playing on it.
I personally see a person as a human before I see him as a barbarian.
Damn right.
If my throat is scratchy, my day is fucked up.
That's
You're
right.
telling me I'm supposed to run on the field, but this is that mindset that
But before then,
me and my leg, and I won't feel it.
before then, no. And that was what my whole take was. You didn't listen to it because you're making that point. But what you just said was, you're telling me, and you were saying the barbarian thing. If I'm no, I'm not saying none of that. What I said this whole time was Kittle got time to rest up with that soft tissue injury, which wasn't mild. I mean, wasn't harsh, and is not going to keep him away from next week. He's getting an extra week this week without playing, so he can be there.
That makes sense.
Trent Williams not getting a harsh injury and sitting out all of the game except for one play today and coming back next week. It's not like he's being forced back. He's able to come back. If they're not able, I'm with you. I'm not trying to be barbaric to these players because they mean more.
Bro. Not you. What I'm saying in general is, if my toe hurt in the morning and it's not swollen, it's just I got a long toenail that's goddamn sticking through my shoe. Whatever, it's something very minute to make a movement weird or something is being done. And these brothers do get paid a lot of money to do their job. But at the same time, if there is a chance to rest, they're not going to say let's rest. I love podcasting. If I'm sick as shit, I would prefer to be up here blowing my nose, muting, and still being up here doing what I have a real passion for, just like you. And them being on the field, that's their thing. People play with hurt thumbs, then they can't really grip the ball, but they got medicine for the entertainment that, hey, well, this is juice you for the next hour, you be all right. And you might look good doing a jog down the field, but you really don't feel good jogging down the field because you know it ain't you naturally. Somebody you would see in the mirror. That's off of a booster.
But that's not a point that we can go off because Kittle did not play today because of the fact that that injury was more.
It's not just Kittle
down than it is now.
All your starters should sit next week. Let the next man up. Because y'all want the number one seed. I got you. I
but you're saying it on the terms of
you're in the playoffs. What's the point of the whole season to get to the playoffs?
Because we do not have a defense, bro, that can hold up anything.
Y'all stop Caleb. Y'all stop DeAndre Swift.
No,
Romeo and Doomsday.
Bro.
DJ Moore. Come on.
Hey, look at this. No,
these are weapons.
Look. No, we did not. What was the final score? We didn't stop them. They ran it up. They ran it up, bro. The best thing that we can do is get our people ready so we can have offense that can score at will. Our
that
defense
was the deadliest offense y'all gonna see.
Look, our defense didn't win us the game today. Our offense did. Our defense didn't give us any points. Chicago's defense got them their first points.
Yeah,
this is what we're talking about. The real of what happened. Without Kittle, we had a great offense. Without Trent Williams, we had a great offense. That doesn't say that's going to go without them being able to play next week and not playing. I'm with you. If they can't play, don't play. Just like Kittle today. He couldn't play. I was mad. That's my boy. I know we'll torch him and we needed him. But guess what? We still did what we were supposed to do because somehow by the football gods, the 49ers heard Grant Cohn say they need to reinsert Jake Tonjes, and they did that.
touches.
And he went out there and he did what Kittle wasn't able to do out there.
But he's good. He's
He is,
stand
but
up
we saw that
material, bro.
until they buried him. Remember when they buried him?
The season.
Right. And this is my best part about what I like about how our offense is clicking is because you don't have a full scouting report on any of our offensive players because of how they've been gone. But when they come back, we're like, okay, well, he's just coming back to be a distraction. No, that might be the major figure that game. I mean, come on, man. Christian McCaffrey, after his back was hurt tonight, they still used a heavy dose of him and got him in there to get the win.
That's
like,
what I'm on. He shouldn't play next week. And I'm going to tell you some real shit. The NFL is not going to let y'all be the number 1 seed. They want y'all to be at home in that Super Bowl. They don't care about that playoffs. I promise.
No, the NFL owe us. If you really look at it, the NFL owe us. We didn't get the Super Bowl money.
They owe us a lot, but it's all good.
We didn't get the Super Bowl money out of any of those years that we didn't win the Super Bowl. We got there. We were the story that was supposed to win. Now, if you look at it like how they give out Super Bowls, whose story is better than ours?
None.
Really?
None. Except the Broncos. I ain't gonna hold you. Hey, Broncos.
Tell me how their story is better.
Fucking John Elway went up there and changed around the organization, but they were shit of shit. They were the Detroit Lions reinvented. The only thing they didn't do was 0-16 because they added 17.
Did they go to the playoffs last year?
No, they ain't been in the playoffs in the last 4 years. The last time they were in the playoffs, Peyton Manning was there. And they took Osweiler, who really got us to the playoffs, and sat him because Peyton was back. And Peyton just gave it to C.J. Anderson. Since then, we ain't been shit. Nothing. Not a goddamn minute of nothing. We had Jerry Jeudy. We drafted him.
So y'all won the same amount of Super Bowls as we won, basically.
If you're counting in the past, yeah.
No, because y'all have won 5.
I think we only got 3 or 5.
Yeah,
I'm about to say 3 or 5.
Nah. Y'all not doing that. I'm talking about
we get it this year for sure.
Talking about the recent years and stuff. Nah.
Oh no, yeah. No,
but not there.
And last one was Payton, bro.
What was their record last year? Because I know it was better than ours.
Nah, I doubt it. I'll look it up right now. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. We have been no good for the past. As soon as Dan Campbell came, we fell off on the AFC side. But then we fell off before then because John Elway, he thought he had the cause of getting all the calls. We had goddamn Trent Lock, Drew Lock. My bad, I said Trent Lock. We drafted like high motherfuckers. The only person that came through was Bo Nix.
All right,
and this first year was second year. Yeah, we see something. Third year, right now, bruh, is cooking. And I have to use the restroom on them facts.
Well, I was going to say this before you go. We got one more topic before we go over the time before we can make the shorts.
Okay, so we got to go super fast because I'm about to, I need a pamper.
The last topic is Brock Purdy, bro. He's now playing like without the weather. He's playing like he's worth what they're paying him right now. He's running. He's doing things that, last week he threw 5 touchdown passes. Today, he threw 3 touchdown passes and he ran 2. So that means he had 5 touchdown passes in 2 weeks, 10 touchdown passes in 2 games. There hadn't been a quarterback this year that's done that.
I respect Brock Purdy. I always have. I had never heard him talked about the way he been talked about until I heard your take on Brock Purdy. I thought his whole story was phenomenal, and the way he kicked in when it was needed, I feel it was needed, and he brought the wave back to the game. of the Niners. And then you started letting me know about his wet ball stuff and so on and so on. And I was like, God damn, but Brock Purdy is one. I would let y'all have Jared Goff. Now I got to use the restroom, I'm telling you. But at the same time, Jared Goff.
So when you come back, I'm gonna be here when you come back. I'll be here
30
when you
seconds, bro. 30
I'll be
seconds.
here when you get back. Yep.
Okay, do your thing. All right.
Yeah, I'll be here when you get back.